Word of faith false teachers like Andrew Wommack or Bill Johnson teach that it's always God's will to heal. Now, there are many components to this false theology, so please use this entire playlist. But the reason that this is a dangerous teaching is because people who love Jesus and love God and don't receive their healing are often left crushed and dismayed, hopeless. And sometimes they just walk away from God altogether. People who don't receive their healing are then made into the scapegoat and told, well, you didn't have enough faith for your healing. But is that really the case? Is it really our amount of faith that is the deciding factor on whether we get healed or not? Judging by the healing ministry of Jesus himself, absolutely not. In the Gospels, we see Jesus perform 37 miracles. Of those 37 miracles, 28 of them are what we would consider as healings, such as casting out demons, raising the dead, or supernatural healing. Now, the non-healing miracles would include things such as turning water into wine or catching just miraculous amounts of fish. Now, of those 28 healing miracles that Jesus performed, how many of them do you think made any mention of faith being involved? 7. So, of all of Christ's own healing miracles, only 25% of them involve faith. By Christ's own example, 75% of the time there was no mention of faith, and what's even more emboldening is that some of these people didn't even know who the Messiah was. Take the blind man in John 9, for example. Starting in verse 35, after Jesus healing the man's sight, the man asks to know the Son of Man, that he may believe. He had no idea who Jesus was. By the way, this is a cool passage because it's yet another example of Jesus claiming divinity. So faith wasn't the determining factor in many of Christ's own healing miracles. It is his will that decides, and it's done that he may be glorified. Cannot pretend that once our faith reaches a certain critical mass, well, then we are able to bend God's will, or then we dictate that a healing occurs. He is God, and we pray. We pray according to his will. Please stick with this playlist as there are many other moving parts that slick word of faith teachers try to manipulate in this false teaching. But at the end of the day, no, it is not always God's will to heal. God bless and mad love.